So welcome to day 7 of the news of the Cornwall 500. I am your news anchor, Steven Webb. You may know me. And this is the second time I've recorded it because it did not record any audio. And the first take was amazing. No, it wasn't. Anyway. So where was today? We started off in Launceston today, or should I say Lanston, as the locals would correct me. And we started off at Code Solicitors. They gave me a wonderful send-off, as they always do, and they welcome me back in. Remember, without codes, this would not be possible. They are literally paying for me and the expenses to be able to do the challenge, include the batteries and motors, things like that. So I'm just going to bring them in a moment. And there we have Julie and Lisa, Leslie, Emma, Jane and Caitlin. Thank you for coming out and braving the freezing cold, because it was cold. It was like winter. Winter had arrived in Launceston today. I had no idea how cold it was going to be until I got out on that road. So we set off from there onto the longest road in the world. Or it is when you're in a wheelchair. 19 miles of road. And Cornwall Council really need to go and resurface it. Well, at least most of it, some of it. It's rough. If you think potholes are bad in cars, you imagine your car suddenly shrinking to 1/10 of the size and having to navigate the potholes with cars all around you. Anyway, that's enough of me moaning about potholes. I'm going to moan about the temperatures. So this road just went on for ages. I was on it for like 3.5 hours, going north with the head wind. Literally, come back to me a minute, because this is about me. So, well, here's at the moment. So literally, I was going from Launceston up to Kilcampton, and it was just headwind up on the top of what felt like the Scottish moors, Scottish Highlands. It felt like it to me. I'm from Truro, so pretty much was. And it was cold. The north winds were in my face and they were relentless. And that's why halfway along it was really nice to meet. Let me bring him in. Yay, Colin, more known as Batman. I met Colin on the Bangor Rally when I'd done that a few weeks ago. And that was what gave us the idea for plaques and things like that, and having a road trip without an actual route. So a lot more on that later. Not in this episode, but with the Cornwall 500 in general. But yeah, he come out to meet me, and it's just so nice. He's got like 32 cars, the Batmobile and all the other ones. So awesome. Great character. Great for him to come out and meet me. And there's me there dressed up for the depths of winter, and he's in a t-shirt. Granted, he did get out of the car. No, the support like that, when people come out and they stop me, they pull in the cars, and they stop me in laybys, and they put money in, and they give me a hug, and they give me a selfie. And do you know what? It really makes it worthwhile. It really does make it special. Otherwise, I'm just alone in my own thoughts, moaning about the cold. I was literally blue by the end of that road. And that nicely leads me on to the next photo. No, something really bad I forgot to tell you. This happened. Wait for it. This happened. I had to go into Devon. There was no way around it. And I think we should have a moment's silence for being in Devon for a while. But it's okay. 300 yards down the road, I was okay again. All fine. All fine. It was such a small time I could have held my breath. Nah, nothing wrong with Devon. They're fine. Nice county to be bordered to. But at the end of the road, we come across Nikki. Never met Nikki before, but she's now awesome. She's a friend. So she's the new landlady, I guess that's what they call them, of the London Inn. It's the pub at Kilcampton. And she just took it over a few months ago. They're redoing it up and all that. It's looking great, and they have music and all that there. And I tell you what, more than good company. Here, look. Oh, nice builder's cup of tea. How awesome was that? And custard creams. There's nothing better in the world to give a blue frozen person that turns up on your doorstep towing a helicopter than a nice cup of tea. So yeah, really happy with that. Thank you, Nikki. You know, you're forever my favourite landlord of that pub. Right. Then we met this guy. He was sleeping. And we just like woke him up. It's like, oh, you're here. I've been waiting for you. Don't forget, we still got to name him. I want your suggestions. But he was there sleeping in the hedge and right in front of GCHQ. So what you do, take a picture in front of GCHQ. The reason why that place is so important, and I know this from inside information, because I was the Mayor of Truro, you get top secret information from governments. In that dome, there's aliens. Yep, real life aliens in that dome. That's why I couldn't get any closer. That, and there was hedges and everything in the way. And there was a big hill, but that's a different story. I'd like to believe it's because aliens, because I got inside information. Don't tell anyone. Then we headed on down. It started to warm up. Things got better. To Rosie's down in Bude, and then to beautiful art gallery. There's Kevin there at the art gallery. Now then, if you want to know more of why these places are picked and what's special about these certain individual places, because they might seem a bit random, but they really are not. You'll have to keep an eye on the Facebook page, the roundups of the day, and the information that our awesome social media person, Beth, is putting online daily and all that. So thank you, Beth. Big call out to you. The route. I want to share with you about the route. So there's the longest road in the world. 3.5 hours, 8 miles an hour going along a road with a north wind. Have I milked that? Have I laboured that enough? It was really, really rough this morning. I thought yesterday was rough, but today was really rough. Roughest day so far. I can barely move my neck. My shoulders are hurting and I'm really tired. But we made it. Now I want to share this page with you. So there's a link, tc500.co/live. Every day I'm on the road, which is 5 days a week, not Thursday or Saturday, or if something goes wrong, I will put up a link to my live where I am to, with a slight small delay, but basically that will go by the distance. I've done 174 miles so far. I might break the 200 miles tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Is lots of hills and all that around the route tomorrow. It's from Bude down to Port Isaac via Boscastle. So that is literally up and down hills all day long. But bring it back to me for a moment. My thought of the day. One thing I learned when I hit my rock bottom and I was stuck in it, and it was like the most painful time of my life, is that I turned to meditation and mindfulness, and not in the way they butchered it in the Western world, but in the true Zen traditional sense in Chinese and Japanese Zen. And one thing I learned from Buddhism, that is, everything is impermanent. Nothing is permanent. Even our woes, even our bad days, even when we're victims. You know, I was playing the victim all the way along that road. I seriously thought the road was never going to end. I'm surprised it's not in the longest road in the world with a north-facing wind in end of summer. Can we have that category? But when you're in a tough time, you think it's permanent. You think it's going to be there. And then suddenly this afternoon, the clouds break out a little bit and the sun peeks through, defrosts me a little, and things are okay again. things come and go. Good times don't last. Bad times don't last either. It shall pass. And I know that seems like a Facebook meme. Hey, it shall pass. But that's true. That's one of the greatest things of the universe, entropy. Things are changing and always changing. So, you cannot be a victim for long, and you cannot be a successor for long. That's the good and bad news in one line. But that's what's great, and that's what makes living so precious and special. And that's my thought for the day. Apart from that, please donate. We're keeping that helicopter in the air. We're saving lives. That's what we're doing. I'm not facing this north wind just because I want to jolly in the chair. Hint, hint. I'm actually doing this, and we're doing really well. We don't know how much we've got in the buckets yet. I suspect it's like £300-400 as we hand them off to the air ambulance because they're all sealed and all that, and they open them. And we've done £2,700 on the Just Giving page, which goes directly to the air ambulance. So just thank you to everybody that donates. You are awesome. And thank you to anybody that stops the cars, beeps in the cars, that gives me that little extra time, that gives me that little bit of breathing space on the road, and that support. And the people that clap me into towns and all that. You guys, feeling quite emotional now, because it really does make a difference after a hard day just thank you. When I see a £10 donation come up or anything like that, it's just, do you know what? It's worthwhile, because it's not giving money to me or anything like that. It's saving lives. That's what you're doing. Whether it's a little lad or like me when I was 18 years old and a dumb idiot dived into a pool. You're saving lives, and that's what's so important. That little red dot in the sky is hope at the right time for somebody. So I'm going to knock it on the head there, because I got to upload this, and it's the second time I recorded it. Love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing, and I will keep doing what I'm doing. Take care. Bye.